I'm Susan Kennedy. Thank you for joining me for the Lightning Feather Poncho Crochet Along. I'm so excited about this. This Lightning Feather Poncho is the bonus project that goes along with my book Crochet Southwest Spirit that is available for pre-order now anywhere books are sold. Amazon, bookshop.org, Barnes & Noble, pretty much everywhere. So this is kind of going to get us excited about the book. The Crochet Along starts April 11th, and there are 4 parts to the Crochet Along. So April 11th is a Tuesday. Every Tuesday after that, another part of the Crochet Along will be released, with the final part 4 coming out on May 2nd, which is the same official publication date as my book. So thank you to my publisher, David and Charles, and Bookmark Tub for hosting this free Crochet Along. I'm so excited about it. Thank you for joining us. So I'm wearing a Lightning Feather Poncho Crochet Along, kind of a more basic 2-color version here, made in velvet, that I'll tell you about in a little bit. But this is kind of the pattern as written Lightning Feather Poncho. And I made the first Lightning Feather Poncho for my friend, Donna Lightning Feather, and she is who is gracing this pattern with her name. She was traveling, kind of having a hard time, and I was really thinking about her, and I just wanted to make something for her, just like put my love for her into a project and give it to her, and that's exactly what I did. So Donna, thank you for giving this pattern its name. And Lightning Feather is really special. It's Donna's special kind of medicine, and it's also special to me. You know, lightning around here, way high up in the mountains in southwest Colorado here, we get a lot of lightning. Sometimes it starts fires, and it can be really powerful and really scary. In the summer, we get a monsoon season where right around noon we start to get lightning, so you got to get your fun in the morning before the monsoon rain comes. Also, I really love feathers, and this motif in the middle is meant to be reminiscent of feathers, and also the tassels on the ends of our lacing cords here also kind of bring the softness of a feather to this pattern. And I love to look at a feather. It's kind of, sometimes I'll just see a feather in a random place, and I just think it's just a blessing from one of my loved ones about letting me know they're still around, watching out for me. So this poncho is very special, and I hope you make it for yourself and just really feel just that power of lightning, just feel strong, like this is armor, but also just the softness, kind of a femininity. You can be whoever you want to be. So that being said, I want to talk about the pattern a little bit and the sizes. The pattern sizing uses the Craft Yarn Council standards, and starts from extra small and goes up to 5X. But that's broken down into 4 different size options. So the smallest size, that's the one on my dress form here, is extra small to medium. And the poncho is made of 2 rectangles sewn together. So the extra small to medium, the rectangles are about 28 inches wide and about 22 inches long to fit, so that's 71 centimeters by 56 centimeters, to fit somebody with a around 28 to 38 inch chest, which is a 71 to 96.5 centimeter chest. So measure around your chest. This dress form is 34 inches around the bust. So this is the extra small and medium size. That's the smallest one. If you're making it for like a kid or a teenager, go for that size. If that's, if they're smaller than those measurements. The next size up is large to extra large. That's the one I'm wearing. And this is kind of my usual women's clothing size, is large to extra large, even though, the clothing's a little bit ridiculous. I have some smalls and some 2XLs too, so you know how that goes. So the large to extra large size, the rectangle is 33 inches wide this way and 24 inches long this way. That's about 84 centimeters by 64 centimeters. And that's intended to fit a 40 to 46 inch bust, or 101.5 to 117 centimeter bust, measuring around. The next size up is the 2X to 3X size. That's 37 inches wide by 26 inches long, which is 94 centimeters by 66 centimeters. That will fit a 48 to 54 inch chest, 122 to 137 centimeters. And the largest size option is the 4X to 5X size, which is 41 inches across by 27 inches tall here. That's 104 centimeters by 69 centimeters, intended to fit a 56 to 62 inch chest, which is about 142 to 158 centimeters. So, yeah, the sizing is kind of dependent on how you want it to fit. So this one kind of fits me. You know, if I try on the extra small, it kind of fits me, but really I'm more comfortable in the large to extra large. And I'm thinking about making myself a 2X to 3X one, just more of an oversized like blanket ruana for camping, maybe use wool for that one. Just to stay cozy. I'm cold right now. I don't know if you can see, but we still have a lot of snow for the beginning of April. So those are the sizes. If you're in between sizes, I would probably recommend going up rather than down, just because, you know, it's easy to have a nice relaxed fit. And the poncho is just, it's supposed to be like really peaceful and easy. So the yarn for this project is a medium worsted weight or aran weight. It's weight category 4 if you're looking on the yarn label. I used Lion brand Pima cotton for the first one that I made for Donna and for this one here. This one I also used Lion brand Pima cotton. It's got a really nice drape to it. It's 100% cotton, so it's easy to wash. I would probably just lay flat to dry. And, you know, you can really use any worsted weight one. So for this velvet one, I used Burnout Baby Velvet as my main color, and then Lion brand Pound of Love worsted weight acrylic just for the center motif here. So how much of the main color yarn depends on what size you're making. If you're making the extra small to medium, you need about 930 yards or 850 meters of your main color. So if you're using the Lion brand Pima cotton, you need 5 balls of the main color yarn. If you're making the large to extra large size, you'll need 1,525 yards or 1,240 yards or 1,134 meters of the main color yarn. So you'll need 2 more balls, so 7 balls total for the large to extra large size of the main color yarn here. You'll need 1,525 yards or 1,395 meters if you're making the 2X to 3X size. So 2 more balls of the Pima cotton here for 9 total for the 2X to 3X size. And if you're making the largest 4X to 5X size, you'll need about 1,765 yards or 1,614 meters of the main color yarn. So add another ball to that. So 10 balls for the biggest size, 5 balls for the smallest size. And then the contrast color yarn, I'm also using Lion brand Pima cotton for that. This color is called Taupe Rose here. This blue is called Blueprint. That's really beautiful. That's what I used for the main color for this one. This kind of teal color is called Dragonfly, and that's what I used for the one in the model in the photos, which is also a extra small to medium size. This yellow is really cute, mineral yellow, and this one is called Spice. So you need only about half a ball each of each contrast color, and the amount of contrast color you need is the same for all the sizes. So you only need about 93 yards or 85 meters. And for the contrast colors, don't feel like you have to use a full ball of yarn. Here's another really good color of the Pima cotton called Vintage. It's kind of this ecru white, which I really love. You can really use tiny little scraps of the contrast color yarn for this color work, like really little ones. And then for the tassels, you can use up pieces of yarn that are only about 12 inches long. So, you know, if you have a piece of yarn that's just like that, this is a great project to use that up. A good stash buster if you have 4 different colors. So yeah, that covers the yarn. The hook size, I like to choose a hook size larger than what is recommended on the yarn label. So the Lion brand Pima cotton recommends a 5mm H hook, but I'm going to be using a I hook, 5.5 millimeters. So just about a 0.5 millimeter bigger, just to give it some drape. You don't want it to be too stiff. And then for the detail on the side here, I like to use a smaller hook, a G 4mm hook, to make the little lacing chains. So let's talk a little bit more about the construction of this sweater. And I have this other one here. This is also a large to extra large that I made with Lion Brand Pima Cotton and Taupe Rose. And then just some random scraps of Sugar and Cream Cotton, Bernat Handicrafter, and a little bit of Lion Brand Pima Cotton there. I don't love how the color combo turned out on this one. That's why I made this one, because I was like, maybe let's keep it simple here. But it's 2 rectangles, so we have the front of the poncho, and then we have the back of the poncho, which is just solid. So part 1 of the pattern is just getting it started, working the first few rows, the plain double crochet. This is all double crochet stitch here. So for part 1 next week, we're going to be just working those first few rows, and how many rows you work depends on which size you're making. So it's just those first like 8 to 13 rows. So the pattern is part 1. Part 2 of the pattern is the color work rows. So the tutorial video shows you how to do each of these rows from color work row 1 to 13. So it's a very detailed video. I think it's like really long because I just crocheted the whole thing. So part 2 goes from here to here. Part 3 is the poncho back, which is just a solid double crochet rectangle here. And of course you can make both sides the same. If you want your back looking fancy too, feel free to make 2 poncho fronts. Part 3 also includes joining the 2 rectangles at the seams, just single crochet them together. And then part 4 is the putting the sides together here. The lacing on the poncho is what holds the front and the back together. It's hard to see without moving my camera too much here, but it's this cute little zigzag lacing that's kind of reminiscent of lightning. So in part 4, we're gonna put on this edging here. That's just like a single crochet chain 1 edging. Then we make a little lacing cord. It's just a chain cord. And we weave it back and forth through those chain 1 spaces, and then add these fun little macrame tassels on the end that have like all the contrast colors woven in there into a fun little macrame knot. So like I said, there's a tutorial video for all 4 parts here. It's a free crochet along. You can find the pattern on bookmarkedhub.com. You can sign up, it's free, and then they'll email you every Tuesday when a new part of the pattern comes out. When you get onto Bookmarked Hub, you can just type Crochet Southwest Spirit, which is the name of my book, to find the crochet along and the book. And so I hope you have fun making this, and I'm really happy with how mine turned out. So let me tell you a little bit about this 2-color version. So for this poncho here, I used Bernat Baby Velvet in the color Baby Blackbird, which is just the most cute name, as my main color. And then I used this solid black that's not velvet, just regular yarn, as the contrast color. And I used that for contrast color 1, 2, 3, and 4. Anytime the pattern said contrast color, I just kept with this one. So the advantage of doing this is that there's a lot less ends to weave in. There are quite a few ends here. They don't take too long. I mean, in the video I show you how to carry the yarn up, so you can use one piece of yarn for the whole little arrow here. But you can carry both yarns across the little motif section here by crocheting over the yarn you're not using. And my book Crochet Southwest Spirit has tutorials for both styles, where you're working each section of color just from its own little ball of yarn and using up little scraps, or just working from 2 balls of yarn and carrying them both throughout the whole thing. So you can find that in the back in the tutorial technique section of my book. So if you're making this one, you only need about 150 yards or 137 meters of contrast color yarn, because you don't need to have all those little tails. You can just carry the yarn. And maybe I'll make a video for how to do this kind of 2-color version too, because I'm just really happy with how this one turned out. And it's keeping me cozy in this cold wind. Any questions? Join my Facebook group, Pretty Peaceful People. You can post your progress there. And if you get stuck on anything, I'm there to answer questions. And we have a lovely, helpful group of crocheters who are happy to help anytime. And then also I want to mention, share any pictures of this on Instagram, please. Use hashtag Crochet Southwest Spirit. And there's also hashtag Lightning Feather Poncho Cal, C-A-L, for crochet along, or hashtag Lightning Feather Poncho. And just using that hashtag Crochet Southwest Spirit will enter you in the drawing to win a book bundle from my publisher David and Charles. So thank you to them for sponsoring that, for making such a beautiful book with me. I hope you check it out, and I'll see you for part 1 of the crochet along, hopefully. Thanks. Bye.